everybody. We are back for another edition of the Parent Pivot Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Steve Cummings.
And I'm Julia Cummings.
Gosh, where are we? We're already, we're in October.
October 6th.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow when everybody listens, it'll be October 7th.
That's right.
We always like to come to you with fresh content. So we've been thinking about and praying about today. What do we want to talk about? So many things have happened in our life, just probably in the last 7 to 10 days, right?
Less than that. But yes.
Well,
a lot is. Oh, yeah.
Daisy June.
Yeah.
Daisy June.
Yeah.
We're going to go see her. She's our newest granddaughter, our grandchild. She's a week. No, she came in September 27th.
Yeah.
So she's like 10 days old.
Yeah.
Ish.
Sorry.
So anyway, we're excited to go see her.
Yes.
And things. But as I always do, sweetheart, what are we talking about today on the Parent Pivot Podcast?
So I wanted to talk about, and this is probably to some of the younger set as far as launching your kids. So I'm imagining I'm talking to people probably in their 40s at this point.
Whose kids aren't married yet?
Whose kids aren't married. And I mean, maybe they're headed that direction, but just I wanted to talk about the joys of watching your kids be adults.
Ooh.
And just how fun that can be.
Yes.
To not have that parenting vibe anymore, and you are becoming more their friend. You can have different kinds of conversations with them. It's just, I'm reflecting back to when my kids were, from 18 to 20, whatever.
Your kids are my kids too, right?
Yes. I'm sorry.
They're our kids.
Our kids. Yes. But just how fun it was just to be with them, to have adult time. And it's like you didn't have any of that kid stuff anymore. And you suddenly have these adults. And then the fun of just watching them learn and grow and work and go to school and make the choices to do those things.
I think our kids called it getting used to adulting.
Yes. And they don't, like Campbell has a shirt that says adulting and with 1 star.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's really funny. Anyway, so adulting can be hard, but it's fun to be in there with them. I don't know. I remembering way back when I think our 2 oldest boys, the 2 younger ones were probably still in high school, and the 2 older ones were dating girls. And just, I remember like having the girls over and watching them all interact and thinking, oh my gosh, this is so fun to like have a family game night with, girlfriends.
Adult kids.
And adult kids. And there's no fighting. There's, it's just, we're all getting to know each other and having a really good time.
Yeah.
I remember another time, and again, the games involved, where you also just don't have to mind your P's and Q's as much. When the kids are younger, there's things that you don't say because it's not appropriate for kids. We
didn't say stupid in our family.
Right. Well, we still probably wouldn't say that. But I mean, you can't talk about sex or anything like that.
Well, it's not like we all of a sudden started talking about it.
No, but like you're playing a game and something comes up and maybe there's an innuendo and you all have a good laugh. It's things like that I just remember with great fondness, that I'm thinking, gosh, this is kind of fun to be with adults and just to kind of be living life with adults, and I'm being an adult and they're being an adult, and I don't have to hide things, and I can be real and I can be authentic, although I do highly recommend also being authentic, even if you have kids younger than that. But it's all fun. And then, again, reflecting back, and maybe you have your own input about this, just watching them make good choices. And I realize you're not always going to agree with their choices. You might not always think that they're good choices, but they are making choices for themselves and what they deem as important and what they see as their future and things like that. So I don't know. I've been reflective this week about that and thinking that's really a lot of fun. And even now, I'm sorry, I'm a little hoarse today.
You have water over there, don't you?
I do, but sometimes that water makes me even more funky. But thinking too, just now in the stage that we're in, where they're married and having kids, and to watch them as parents and love their kids so well. And this is a really fun part too. The realization to them what we went through.
It's like, finally, they go, how did you do this with 4 kids? And I'm like, I don't know. I got up and went to work every day and left it to her. And they have 1.
Yeah. And just talking about sleep. And, I tell my kids I didn't sleep for 24 years. I mean, I'm still making up for that lack of sleep. So I don't know.
I can always tell in the morning because Jamie Lynn and Taylor live with us downstairs. You can always tell by how much there's a bounce in Jamie Lynn's step as she comes up the stairs and how she looks. I'm going, oh, did it go okay last night? Some nights yes, sometimes some nights no.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. It's fun to watch. And what I'm hearing is, a lot of times we come to you on the Parent Pivot podcast, and it's always about being aware, own things and validate things and da 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 da. And it's always like I've got to, be looking at the glasses. How do I, I don't want to tiptoe on eggshells, but we're saying, hey, the glass is also half full.
Yeah.
Look for those things that have been fun watching your adult kids grow up. And maybe reminisce and tell stories. I mean, sometimes when we're sitting around as a family, we'll go, hey, you remember that time when da 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 da? And we've talked about this in our previous podcasts. I mean, obviously, we usually let the kids bring stuff up like that because I want to be sensitive to feelings so that someone doesn't feel like they're always quote unquote being picked on and things. But that's always good to be able to do that. And it really helps the transition to grandparenthood a little bit better, when you see what your kids are doing and major on the majors, focus on the good character qualities, the fun times, things you get to do now because they're adult kids. You get to treat them like adults. And sometimes you say, I'm paying for us. How are you guys paying for dinner? Dad doesn't always have to pick up the tab. I mean, we mostly do that and stuff when we take the kids out, but I'm just teasing.
So what is your favorite part, hon, about them being adults?
My favorite part about them being adults? Well, can I say this on the podcast? One of the things that I always told the kids that makes them secure is when their dad loves their mother.
Yes.
And I remember when the kids were getting to be teenagers, I would hug you in the kitchen and I would squeeze your butt and they'd go, Dad. And I'm going, hey, I'm building security in your life and things like that. So I will still do that. And like, it's like, whatever. So it's fun to have peers that are your kids.
Yeah.
Because I don't, in those moments, I'm not dad. I'm one of them. In fact, I remember we were on vacation to Michigan one time and you and I were walking on the sand at Lake Michigan and Wesley had texted me and said, hey, Dad, Verlander's on the mound in Detroit. Now, mind you, Detroit is on the other side of the state. And I said, let's go. And it's like, let's go have some fun. We've had fun where we've gone out on boats. And I remember Jamie Lynn sitting down the end of the boat with the music going, probably Taylor Swift song. She's a Swiftie. And just things like that, just to be able to hang out with them and talk about life, and get their perspective. Like we'll say, they'll talk about things that are obviously more new, like technology stuff and whatever. And like even now, we'll send a text message. I'm going, what does it'll be like 3 different letters. What does that mean? It's like, I feel like it's like, oh, it means this. I'm going, where do those come from?
Right.
But I just laugh. I don't get mad. I'm like going, okay, my kids are teaching me something. But it's just stuff like that. it's just knowing the things that are favorite things about them and having fun with them and knowing that I'm not going to be damaging them for life.
Yeah.
They all have unique personalities and things, and I just connect with all four of them in a different way and things. And they're all so sweet. Went through some stuff that happened this week, and they're all so sweet to call Dad and to see how he was doing.
Yeah.
And I just love that that my kids on their own, they love their family. They love their own family. Mm-hmm. We've launched well. They've chosen well. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've said this over and over in our podcast. I mean, people will ask me, how many kids do you have? I say, well, we have 8. They go, 8? And I'll sit there and say, well, yeah, but only 4 of them have our DNA because we're very close with our in-law kids and we love them. We love them like we love our kids and stuff. So, yeah, it's just fun to hang out, basically hang out with them. You and I have always enjoyed the next generation.
Yeah. And that's really, I guess that's the real thing, is just the hanging out and having fun.
Yeah.
And I think part of that on our part is taking an interest in them and what they're interested in.
Always asking good questions.
Yeah, but you mentioned Jamie Lynn being a Swiftie. I mean, even that, it's like, I listen to Taylor Swift music because my daughter does. So I know what she's talking about and I listen, and we can have a conversation about Taylor Swift and her latest album and, this, that, and the other thing.
And then we'll go to Starbucks and that's all they play. And go, what is going on? Oh, it must have been Taylor Swift's newest album come out. And then the boys on my side will rag about how the fact that the NFL is all turning into Swifties and things. So, there's both sides.
But it does take effort on our part because it's so easy, even with our spouses, I'd say, or anyone, to just go, oh, I'm so not into that. I'm not into that. And I'm not into that. But maybe we should be. Like, maybe we should show an interest. Maybe we should ask questions about it. Maybe we should find out about it so that we can have conversations about it. Right. The one thing, I am not tech savvy. So when I say I'm not into technology, it's because I can't do it. Right. So that's a different ball of wax, which I'm sure many of you out there can relate to, that we are not.
Right. But I mean, even as our kids have gotten into acting, I mean, that wasn't something I saw coming when they were younger. And now that they're into it, I'm learning more and more. Now, my memory of the movies I've seen and who was in what movies is horrible. But all the rest of them can name the actors and what else they were in and da-da-da. And I will watch a movie. We'll go to the movies. We're going tomorrow to go see, what's the movie we want to go see? Smashed. Okay. So I will literally walk out of that movie and I'll probably forget about it by the time I get in the truck. I'll just go, oh, that was good. And I move on. I mean, that's just, and then like a month later, a year later, Julia will go, hey, do you remember the movie Smashed? And I'll go, I have no clue. Remind me, refresh my memory. You know how they say that men are compartmentalized and we have these boxes in our brain?
Yes.
Mine have a lot of cobwebs on them. And if there's no emotional connection, I'm not going to remember it.
Yeah.
But those who are into movies and the entertainment and the arts and, I won't remember that. So I just play along with they poke fun at me and they make fun of me and I don't care because I'm just enjoying being with them. I'm not looking at anything they're doing wrong or saying anything. I'm just enjoying the present in my relationship with my adult kids.
Yeah. And that's just really what we wanted to come on and say today, because like Steve said, we do a lot of do this, don't do that, blah, 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 blah. And I think it was just really important to focus on the joys of this stage. And, you can look back to them being toddlers and you may kind of have an inkling, a remembrance of how hard it was. At the same time, you think about it with great fondness of what a sweet time that was. And they were so cute and they were learning everything in the world and all of those things. And then now we're at this stage. How are we going to embrace this stage and love it? And we don't want to look back on this stage and feel like we missed something or we had a bad attitude about it. So.
Right. I'm sitting here picking up my phone because I want Julia to see this. So I will change wallpapers on my phone. I've got wallpaper, photo, what do you call it? A montage of our grandchildren.
Change, yeah.
When the NASCARs NASCAR's racing on Sunday. I'll put my NASCAR one on. I have one that is a picture of Jesus walking at the beach, which is my space where I go with him and to hear his voice. And so then I have this one of my wife. There's her current picture. And then when you flip
if you're not on YouTube, you can't see what he's doing.
So you're going to have to go to YouTube to watch this. Okay. Here is Julia with Wesley, our oldest. How old are you there, hon?
I'm 27 there.
27. You can barely see Wesley's head, but you're feeding him. And look how beautiful she is. So those are things for me that just kind of remind me of those fun days of growing up. But focusing on when our kids are older and just enjoying them. In fact, if you're hearing this podcast today or you're watching it, maybe one of the things you do, a takeaway is, hey, maybe make a list of 5 or 10 things that you have enjoyed about your adult kid.
Yeah, that's a great assignment, hon. Yeah, everybody do the assignment.
Make a list of those things and then find a way to communicate them and just bless them. You know, hey, I just heard this podcast and Steve and Julia were talking about the joy of enjoying their adult kids, and they were right. So I wanted to share with you some memories or some things that I've enjoyed about you, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the future. And I love hanging out with you. Let's go play Monopoly. Let's go play a game. Let's go get a donut. Let's go do whatever, and just enjoy your adult kids. Joy, joy, joy. So I like that.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Just real quick, couple things. First of all, I want to bring up my son Campbell again. I had mentioned a couple months back about him raising money for SEA, and he's still trying to raise his monthly support. So if that's something that you think you might want to do, we will put his info in the show notes. The other thing is, if you would like to talk to someone about your adult kids and just what you're going through, please feel free to reach out to me. My website is meadowbrookcounselingga.com.
You're looking at me like, did I say that right?
I always forget it. Anyway,
yes.
I have a counseling practice, and it does, I can cross like state lines and things.
Yeah,
so feel free.
Not physically, but virtually.
Virtually, yes.
Virtually. She can live it. So can I.
But I would love to talk to you if there's something that you would like to talk about or need to talk about, and we can set up an
And you've actually had a number of podcast listeners, moms of their adult kids, contact you.
Over the last couple of years, I've had a lot.
Yeah, and things like that. So again, putting that out there, we'll put a connection to that and just let us know if that's something you want.
And then else? Please like us and share us.
Well, they do like us. They're listening to us.
Yeah, but that helps us a lot if you do like us. It helps our podcast get more listeners. So please share us with your like-minded friends.
And if you buy the Parent Pivot book at Amazon, we could use some reviews there. So they allow those who have purchased it to put a review on there. And so, and the other thing too. So next Monday night, I'll put the link in here. Next Monday night, we will be on Grand Monday Nights with Legacy Coalition. And we will be talking to grandparents, but we're going to be talking to them about their next generation and a lot of things that's in our book.
Right. A lot of things. It's basically about getting along with your adult kids so that you can leave a good legacy with your grandchildren.
Right. So I'll put a link into there. You need to sign up ahead of time. Would love to have you guys, sign up for that. And especially if you're a grandparent, great ministry. We highly recommend it. We're involved with it. We love it. And so we're going to be on Grand Monday Nights, October the 13th.
And it's free to be on there.
Yeah, it's on a Zoom platform stuff. So I think that's it.
That is.
So go enjoy your adult kids. Tell and write some things down and just bless them. Have fun. Enjoy. And then join us again next week when we come back with you for some more content on the Parent Pivot Podcast.
Bye.